All right, welcome to Bobcat Arena here in Berryville, Arkansas, the site of the district tournament for the 4A1. I'm Lynn Gregson, with me, Stephen Blackiston. And Stephen, we've been here for a while today. You and I arrived here just around 3 o'clock Central Time, if you will, and we got here, got set up, and then our girls began at 4 o'clock. And for those that may not know, our girls came away with a victory and will be advancing to the regional tournament. They'll be in the semis tomorrow facing our ever nemesis, the Farmington Lady Cardinals, tomorrow. But, hey, they're there. They're in the regional tournament.
Certainly, the cream rises to the top this time of the season, as you see for the viewers at home on the bracket. Prairie Grove punches the ticket to play Farmington tomorrow, get the honor to play the Cardinals at 4 o'clock. The bottom of the bracket's also filled out. Gentry and Gravett will play as Gravett put a drumming to Huntsville.
Wow, I mean, that was not even – I mean, it was close for about a half a quarter, and after that, Gravett almost won by 40 points when it was all – I think it was a 38-point victory. So Gravett advances. The winner of that game will be in the final, and, could be in the final against Prairie Grove if we were to, have a little magic in a bottle. But so that's where our girl situation is. Now let's move, as we're about to start the guys' game. Let's talk about where our guys are. Our guys are now in the quarters tonight, and they are facing Pea Ridge. With a victory tonight, Prairie Grove boys will qualify for the regional, and they would be facing Huntsville, who is the 2 seed. And opportunity for us. We played Pea Ridge 5 days ago, and in that game was a 6-point game for most of the game. And if you remember, and that game didn't matter. We were going to be the 6th seed. They were going to be the 3 seed no matter what, if that was going to happen. And Coach Ed started the game, which he traditionally does and should, not as normal starters, and we got down 6 points. That was pretty much the difference in the game, and I'm not saying it's because of that. They may have done that with the starters. But the point is that we kept it close the whole night. I think we ended up losing by 10 because we started having a foul and free throws down the end. But essentially, we were within a single digits in that game. So tonight, if we can play that kind of game and keep it close, and you're in the game going in the fourth quarter, anything can happen. So I think that's what Prairie Grove needs to do tonight. And you were here last night broadcasting the game. I wisely was enjoying my anniversary with my wife. And so here, tell us a little bit about the positives you saw last night from Prairie Grove, Stephen, and then if there was something last night they need to improve on for tonight's game, what would that be?
Yeah, so I would say obviously you get the win, so that's the most important thing last night, knocking off Shiloh to end their season. The big thing I noticed last night that was a big positive is the sheer number of scores that Prairie Grove had. All the starters had a basket. Austin Henry, the 6th man, had a basket. Absher had a basket for Prairie Grove. So there was a lot of different names getting involved on the offensive end. And Eric Henderson, he ended up having 20 points for the night and led all scores, but he didn't really get that 20 points until about that halfway point of the fourth quarter. He really kind of turned up the wick on Shiloh because at that point of the ball game, a lot of free throws started coming his way. But the big concern, though, I did have is there in the third and in the early part of the first quarter, the offense really just kind of fell asleep in that game and allowed Shiloh close it back up, tie it back up in the fourth quarter. And, me and McKay were looking at each other last night wondering, are we going to an extra frame here?
Yeah, and here's the thing. I don't know if McKay shared with you last night, but I know it was 0-3, and if I went and did my research, I think we were 0-4 in the last 10 years or something like that, maybe 12, against Shiloh in district tournament. It's just one of those things where it's like we catch them in that first round or second round, and somehow we've got knocked off. Sometimes when I feel like we've had better teams. Last night we get over the hump, we get out of that. Now, can we get over this hump? Because not only are we facing the Pea Ridge team that we've not been able to defeat, but also, and have our camera go over here, we're playing against the best-dressed coach in all of the 4A1, and Coach Lloyd there with the Blackhawks. And I tease him about it all the time. Trent Lloyd, I saw him the other night whenever we were in Prairie Grove, and I told him, I said, you didn't disappoint. He's got nice threads on again tonight, as always.
Yeah, he's rocking the official colors of the Ridge, as I found out they are affectionately known as. But, yeah, no, wearing the suit. I know Coach Compton for Berryville, he was wearing the suit as well, or at least the blazer and the button-up.
Yeah. And now our starting lineup coming out there, Eric Henderson. He's our leading scorer this year, and also Sam Kidd, he'll start. Tate Benoit, he'll be also out here. Jace Edwards, sophomore. And then Cole Evanston, the junior. These guys have had 24 hours to get a little rest. They got home late. I went over and there as they got home, got McKay. And so they got home late. Now they've hopefully gotten their legs under them for today. Here's the starting lineup for P. Ridge. Number 1, Ben Wheeler. And Ben really had a pretty good game the other night against the Tigers. Number 2, Zion Whitmore. And both of these guys, Stephen, that they just announced had pretty good games. Number 5, Britt Cates.
Yeah, he had the shot right there, I believe, at either the end of the half or the end of the third quarter against Prairie Grove. But, no, like you mentioned last night, it was a late night for Prairie Grove. Like you mentioned, I didn't get back to Fayetteville until about 11:30. So, it'll be interesting. This is the second straight night for PG playing a late game, and this is the first game of the tournament for P. Ridge. They might not be used to playing at 8:30 at night. It's a late night.
Yeah, it's 8:30. It's a little later than normal. And the other thing is we normally play on Tuesdays and Fridays, so they got one extra day that they've had to rest. But, I think if Prairie Grove tonight, they're going to have to get some minutes out of Henry. They're going to have to get some minutes out of Austin Henry tonight. They're going to have to get some minutes from Absher. Both of those guys going to have to give them some good minutes. And, they may need to bring Bolin in a little. You got to get some guys in here to help with keeping the legs as fresh as possible.
Certainly, because, you're not just playing for tonight, but you have to, that's the chess match of being in the conference tournament. When you're that first round team, is you have to keep yourself fresh for the game the following day.
Well, P. Ridge got the jump ball and then just turned the ball over. So Prairie Grove will get it. And now they have it, bring it down the floor. Edwards with the ball, and Edwards, he almost loses it, gets it across the timeline.
Well, it also looks like, I know last night Henderson was in the bright green shoes. Looks like Jace is rocking the neon greens tonight.
What is it with the neon shoes?
I don't know. It's definitely not, an official color of Prairie Grove.
Wow. There's Kidd. Oh, nice feed to Edmiston. Go, yes. Hey. Well, I thought Edmiston was not going to get the friendly roll, but he gets it. And what a pass that time by Kidd.
Yeah, Kidd had a tough night last night. Fouled out against Shiloh early in the fourth quarter. Looking to rebound early with a great assist.
Prairie Grove, there's a long three. No good rebound into Edmiston's hand. Looked like we were set up in a 2-3 right there, didn't it?
Yeah, making them shoot the deep ball. And this is something we talked about a little bit in the open as well, Lynn. The seniors were the starters against P. Ridge, and it was a 6-point game until about 2 minutes into that first quarter. Tonight, it's full-throated Prairie Grove Tigers starting lineup.
Something down low, number 5. I think it's going to be Tate Benoit, and he it looked like I guess he set some kind of illegal screen or something down there.
Yeah, it was away from the ball. Didn't see it myself either.
And look at this. We're in a 2-3 zone. I don't know that I've seen us do this that much this year.
I don't think we have either. I've seen it either, for any of the home games.
But, hey, when you got 22, Bledsoe drilling down a big 3, and it's 3-2 P. Ridge.
And if you're wondering at home how you get a team out of a 2-3 or a 3-2 defense, that is the recipe.
Should have been a foul. No call. We had numbers. We had 3-on-1 right there, Stephen, unable to convert.
Yeah, sloppy play. Can't get away with a lot of those in this game against a team that's the caliber of P. Ridge. They ended up with the same conference record as Huntsville, just that tiebreaker is the only reason they're on this seed line instead of Huntsville. So this is one of the better teams in the league.
That time, Bledsoe unable to convert, but they get the rebound, and Prairie Grove gets a turnover there from the Blackhawks. And I'll tell you, that was a great setup last time. And I don't think it was I think it was just a little late by Cole Edmonston. And Jace Edwards takes it down the floor. Now Whitmore comes up with a loose ball. Man, he's camped out in the lane. If you heard that noise in the background, that's Steven banging things around here.
Now, Mama said don't tell no lies.
Okay. That was me banging something up here. We just can't quite get the right bounce of the ball here. Bledsoe gets it in. He gets a pass. That was a pass straight to Cole Edmonston.
Yeah, and this is something also about Cole. Got the turnover that time. Not playing with the taped wrist. Looks like he's back to full strength. Hurt that at the end of January.
Yeah, this is the first time I hadn't seen him wearing that taped wrist in a few weeks.
He also took a couple of threes last night. Didn't knock him down, but nice to see the young man extending his range, making the defender have to come the whole way out.
They're going to call it on the floor, and Henderson's wanting the basket, but he's not going to get it. Henderson, I'd like to give it to you, but we're not in the NBA, so you don't get continuation. He blew that whistle kind of quick. But one thing I'm noticing, when we break that press, we're 3-on-1, and it's happened twice now. I think a little bit of it, we're just grateful to get through the press. But, man, if we can get our wits about us, I think we can get some easy baskets.
Yeah, if we can execute on the front court into the hardwood, might be a nice little something to knock P. Ridge out of that full court press.
Edmonston thought about the three. He's going to take it, drives, goes up strong, block, kicks it out. Tate Benoit for three, no good, rebound. And there, I think they're going to get Jace Edwards for the foul. So Edwards picks up his first foul, second team foul. So he's got one, and Kidd has one. Actually, they got that on the wrong guy. That foul was on Tate Benoit last time. It was a 5, but they've messed up a couple times tonight, but we'll go with what they got up there.
To err is human, I suppose.
Well, not, if you err too many times.
Yeah,
Oh, kick. We're about halfway through this quarter. It's only 3-2.
You know, and I think in a weird way, this sort of pace favors Prairie Grove. Muck up the game a little bit, get P. Ridge uncomfortable from what they want to do, and, just execute on the other end of the floor. Obviously, there's a shot clock now, so you can't just kill time. You can't stall, so this is kind of the best you can. Yeah, you can't do that over.
Not that 4-2 thing we saw in Oklahoma. Good grief. If I had to announce that.
I think you just have to just turn it off and leave. I think you just call it good. I think that's what I would have done.
No, you better have a lot of trivia stuff ready. Three-pointer no good, but Whitmore there to get the rebound, kicks it out. Bledsoe, he knocks down that three. Wow, that's the second three from Bledsoe. It's 6-2.
And he has all the points.
And Tate, see, now we got 3-on-2. Cole, while that was happening, it just went down. We lost camera, we lost computer, we lost everything all at once. So since that happened, basically it's 12-5. P. Ridge leads, and their 12 points have all come with 4 3-pointers from James Bledsoe of the Blackhawks. And the 5 points from Prairie Grove, there was a 1 3-pointer from Cole Edmonston, and then after a nice feed from Kidd earlier, he got a 2-pointer. So it's 12-5. P. Ridge leads. We're back at live action here, and we apologize for that, but literally Stephen and I are sitting here, and bam. I mean, Stephen, all at once, It was gone.
I mean, it was literally, you said bottom of the net, and it went bottom.
It went out. But now we're back live, 12-5. Looks like Kidd and Asher's going to check in here in just a moment. Jace Edwards with the ball. 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Tigers need a basket. It's been all James Bledsoe. And Edwards unable to convert. So,
Tigers have had their opportunities to try and make something happen in this game. That was a beautiful cut to the basket and play design from P. Ridge. Lucky not to give it up, but that time, still
We're not getting any breaks on the bounces. Like even that right there, the ball's kind of bouncing around there, and then it goes out on us. We just can't quite get the breaks here.
Yeah, it's been a tough first couple of minutes of this ball game.
Three-pointer on the way, no good, and that's Thurman. And Thurman's missed a couple of threes. That was a good look from Thurman, just didn't fall for him, and now the Tigers come down the floor. 12-5, Blackhawks lead the Tigers. Kidd looking inside for Absher. Absher being guarded by Anderson. And Anderson was waiting for that. I was watching him way earlier. This is Turner with the ball. But he was waiting for that pass.
Yeah, he's ready for the inlet pass. Don't see that happen too often where you can poke around it and get the turnover.
Here he goes again. And I'll tell you, Colton Thurman makes that three. It's now 15-5. All their baskets have been three-pointers. And the interesting thing is, I was watching him every time he shot. He's got a nice spin on the ball when he shoots. You could tell eventually one of those were going to fall for him. And now Henderson's going to get a charge. 15-5. Prairie Grove's got to stop this right now. You don't want to get deep in the hole this early in the game. Now, right now, Prairie Grove's got four guys with one foul, so no one's in serious foul trouble. But Prairie Grove, if they keep fouling like this, going to put them in the bonus. Wait, man, we didn't kick them. Did we?
I don't know. It must have been something kind of away from where our position is at potentially. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell from this angle. I mean, we are here at Berryville a distance away from the floor.
Nice cut inside. Shot no good that time by Cates. Edmonston comes down the rebound. Come on now, let's get some baskets here, boys.
And I was looking in the crowd there, River Gosner, head coach of the Huntsville Eagles here. This is the team that his Eagles will play next, doing a little bit of scouting tonight.
Edmonston going up strong, no good. Rebound, Kidd. He kicks it back out. Edmonston for three, no good. Rebound into the hands of Anderson. Evan Anderson gets it to Cates. And Brick Cates throws it across the floor to Thurman. And there's Baker inside. They try to get, and look at Absher gets that loose ball. And look, great anticipation. Brick Cates had great anticipation right there. Coach Ed is in the ref's face. Coach Ed's asking for something here. He didn't get a break there. Now it's down. Tigers down 12. And this timeout that he took is all about talking to the ref. There's nothing else going on here.
He wanted his time to say his piece for sure.
(17-5). It was 9-5 at one point, and I think that's about the closest Prairie Grove's been.
I would agree with you, Lynn. The 5 threes to start this ball game has just been a big mountain to overcome.
And then right there was a steal. Come on, Asher, you got to get out of lane. I wouldn't have mind seeing Alex take that up. Henderson no good. Rebound goes into the hands of Turner. Whitmore quickly coming down the floor, gets it up. That's Wheeler. Wheeler. And a walk. I guess Coach Ed didn't take a timeout. They just gave him a minute to gripe.
Let him air his grievances.
So, yeah, that's all they really did there. I mean, they stopped the play and he sat there and talked to him with no timeout or anything else.
He was holding court. Yeah, he wanted to let him know the what for, but yeah, it's all 5 points for Prairie Grove. Lynn have been from Cole Edmondson. He had the 3, had the 2. Have to figure out to get somebody else involved to claw into this deficit because right now the Tigers have zero offensive answer.
Yeah, and Henderson, who's our leading scorer, he's not got uncorked yet. He's tried a couple things. He got one basket, but he was fouled before he went up. It's been you got to give Bledsoe, I think he was 4 or 5 from the three-point line. And then you have Thurman, who's 1 of 3 from the three-point line. There's your 15, and then they just got really a good play by Cates getting the steal. He just timed it perfectly. He was, I was watching him. He was about at the top of the key, and he was just started sprinting and saying that pass is coming there, and he got the easy basket.
Yeah, it's been a tough start to this ball game for Prairie Grove, but this is what the timeout Coach Ed takes to try and reset, refocus. Importantly, got to find somebody else who can get the ball through the hoop.
Tate Benoit going up strong, lays it up and in. Tate is a senior. Him and Sam Kidd both. Austin Henry, they don't want this to be their last game.
They certainly don't, and Henry hasn't even seen the floor yet.
Yeah, no, he was.
Oh,
When you were reworking,
scrambling.
when you were scrambling to try to get us back up, Austin found the floor. Three-pointer from Wheeler, he's got it. So they've got 6 3-pointers in this game, and it's 20-7. Prairie Grove has 1.
Yeah, basically when that power went out, if you think back to the movie Back to the Future, Doc Brown plugging the cord in right as the lightning bolt hits the clock tower. That was me during that little break we had.
Kidd, I'm not sure what happened right there, but we got the ball out there. Kidd kind of passed it to himself even.
Yeah, it was an awkward position, but I think kind of a microcosm of how the game's gone so far for Prairie Grove.
Henderson trying to get something. He's going to get fouled. He kind of forced that action. Anderson's going to get a foul there. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. 3:03 to go here in the first half. Tigers down by 13. What you kind of want to see in this last 3 minutes, you'd like to see Prairie Grove, kind of get this thing down to about 6 points going into half. But they're going to have to play some defense, and they got to make some baskets. And free throws. And Henderson gets his first points of the game from the line. Eric Henderson makes it a 20-8. He can move this lead down to 11 here if he can make this one. And off the back of the rim, no good. And Anderson comes down with a rebound. So 20-8. And Austin Henry's on the floor right now. Nice job that time. Good footwork by Josh Turner. He got caught under the basket. He just backed up a step, got the easy basket. 22-8.
I was just going to say, a lot of times, you get down under the rim like that, the basket can act as kind of a 6th defender. Good job that time to clear that space.
Yeah, he did. There's Henderson for 3. No good. Rebound to Wheeler. He's going to give it to Whitmore. Here comes Whitmore quickly. He gets it to Turner. Turner drives in the hole. There he gets to Anderson and an easy basket. Evan Anderson makes it a 24-8. Blackhawk lead. The worst things kind of happened for us tonight is we're not this power. There's Henry, no good. Rebound to Anderson. Wheeler to Turner. Man, they're getting the ball down quickly. And there's Wheeler for 3, no good. It's going to go to the top. What I was going to say as we get ready to go is that we're not this high-scoring team. If the score is low scoring or a team struggling, but when you got a team that's hot like this and getting threes, that's an uphill battle for us, period.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. We're not really built to get into a three-point shooting contest as much as, I know Henderson can get hot as it's another turnover for Prairie Grove.
Whitmore. Oh, nice pass from Whitmore to who was he getting that? Was that Wheeler?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, Wheeler with another. That was a great pass.
That's one of those ones you have to hold on to. Is such a good pass. Make sure it gets to you. But, yeah, it's just been kind of the worst way possible for Prairie Grove to come out of the gates. It's a big offensive output for the team you're playing and just not able to match 3 for 3.
26-10 here as the Tigers have struggled really to stop I would say stop. They're just shooting well. Oh, Bledsoe, that's probably the worst shot we've seen him take tonight.
Yeah, that's the heat check. He's been feeling it, of course. You said 4 or 5 going into taking that shot, and when the light is that green, you're gonna have a couple of bad misses.
So Wheeler's going to come out. Turner comes in, and it's 44 seconds to go in the first half, and Tigers are down 16. They need to get a couple baskets here before they're probably P. Ridge going to take the last shot after this now because we're under the 35 seconds. So Prairie Grove will get a shot off, and then P. Ridge will probably take the last one. We need a basket.
They need it in the worst way. You're going to have to find somebody.
They're going to get a chance. Well, they're going to – let's see. I guess this clock will be off now because of the foul.
Yeah, so you could, in theory, hold this for the last shot.
Yeah, so Prairie Grove could. Somebody throw it in. Wow. Henderson drives.
Sometimes better be looking good.
We got called for a charge earlier. I thought that was more of a charge than the last one.
Yeah, it looked pretty set, but the Tigers in this situation, we're going to take anything we can get.
We got to take them all. All right, here comes Henderson, and he gets it. He's now 2 of 3 from the line. He'll have the opportunity to cut it down to a 14-point lead with 18 seconds to go, 17.9 to be precise. Henderson makes this. So 3 or 4 from the line from Henderson, and that's where all his points have come. He's got 3 points. They're all from the line.
If you can't get him to fall from the field, at least try and make up the difference or the deficit at the charity stripe.
Henderson, he's going to get it off. He's short. Well, that's a half. It's under our belt. The score is P. Ridge 26, Prairie Grove 12. Leading scorer for the Blackhawks is Bledsoe, who has got 4 threes. He's got 12 points. He's 4-6 from three-point land. The rest of their scoring, 5 from Wheeler, 2 from Cates, 2 from Josh Turner, 3 from Colton Thurman, and Evan Anderson has 2. For Prairie Grove, 3 points from Henderson, all from the line, 3 or 4 from the line. Tate Benoit, he has 2, and Cole Edmonston has 7, and that's all the scoring for the Tigers. Steven, before we take a halftime break, any thoughts?
Well, the big thing is I don't know, like we talked about, it was a surprise to see Prairie Grove in that 2-3 zone. Probably going to not see that the rest of the way, as it seems pretty evident P. Ridge tonight able to shoot the Tigers out of that zone defense. Offensive end, just going to have to get somebody else involved. Henderson hasn't had the shots to be able to fall, and I talked about this on Friday with Whitmore. He's playing mustard defense all night long over Eric Henderson. If he's going to the concession stand, Whitmore's putting mustard on that hot dog. So they're going to have to find somebody else to score. And it's been Cole Edmonston tonight. He's the leading scorer at the moment for Prairie Grove, but got to get another name involved, whether that's Tate, whether it's Austin Henry as the 6th man, as who we've seen can take over a game on occasion coming off the bench. Just have to find somebody to step up.
Speaking of concession stands, Berryville has shut theirs down. We are at we're not quite at 9 o'clock, and the concession stand is done. I didn't even hear anything like half-price popcorn or anything going on over
all
there.
She wrote.
Well, that's going to do it for the first half. We'll take about a 7-minute break, be back for the second.
Auto and Farm Supply is an independently owned and operated CarQuest Auto Parts store, a family-owned mom-and-pop business that's been servicing this community since 1983. They can source auto parts from CarQuest and Advanced Auto Warehouses, receiving shipments 5 nights a week. For all your auto parts needs, or if you just want to come down and drink some coffee with the old guys, come see Larry and Karen and the dog Rosie at 119 East Buchanan Street, historic downtown Prairie Grove.
Dumpster Divers LLC is a local family business serving your disposal needs since 2010. We are licensed haulers providing 15-yard dumpsters with prompt and friendly service. Please call us today for a free quote at 479-966-5878. Please like and share us on Facebook. We look forward to serving you soon.
Hi, my name's Jackson, and my family owns Faithful Auto in Farmington, and we love Jesus. Being upfront and honest are part of our core values. You can come see us for your complete auto care. We offer computer diagnostics, brake work, air conditioning service and repair, front end and oil changes. By the way, our computer system uploads your maintenance records to Carfax, so you can take super good care of your car. Have you been in a fender bender? Let us do your collision repair. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, so call for an appointment. We're proud to support the Prairie Grove Tigers. Go Tigers!
Harton Furniture is conveniently located on Highway 62 between Prairie Grove and Farmington. Terry Harton carries staple brands such as Mayo, Best Chair, Ashley, Restonic, and Vaughn Bassett. Terry has over 20 years of experience in the furniture business, and he works hard to keep a well-stocked inventory, but has many more options available through custom orders. So come by and see Terry Harton at Harton's Furniture for all your furniture needs. He'll treat you right.
Statistics show out of 3 million people in Arkansas, 55% do not attend church on a weekly basis. We value the Word of God in our services. We strive to present it in a practical and engaging way. This is a place where you can belong even before you believe. We will accept you as you are, but we will give you the practical steps to encourage and develop you on your pathway to Christ. We are here for you every step of the way. We'll save a seat for you.
Zing Broadband is a proud sponsor of area schools and is excited to offer incredible fast internet speeds. Our students can focus on what really matters, knowing that Zing Broadband can keep up with them. We recognize the hard work and dedication of our students and athletes, and we've built a network to deliver their demand. Zing Broadband proudly serves our local communities and supports all their endeavors.
Kimball Mechanical Systems specializes in installing plumbing, HVAC, and electrical systems in mid to large housing projects, including subdivisions, apartment complexes, and military housing. Kimball wants to partner with more people who want to earn a good living in the skilled trades. Kimball is the largest mechanical contractor in Arkansas with 8 other locations nationwide. Kimball is proud to have won Arkansas's Best Places to Work 5 years in a row. They provide excellent benefits and an amazing family-oriented culture. For great job opportunities, check out kmsjobs.com. Kimball Mechanical Systems specializes in installing plumbing, HVAC, and electrical systems in mid to large housing projects, including subdivisions, apartment complexes, and military housing. Kimball wants to partner with more people who want to earn a good living in the skilled trades. Kimball is the largest mechanical contractor in Arkansas with 8 other locations nationwide. Kimball is proud to have won Arkansas's Best Places to Work 5 years in a row. They provide excellent benefits and an amazing family-oriented culture. For great job opportunities, check out kmsjobs.com.
All right, we're getting ready to start the second half, and Steve, we were talking about off the air before we started that, Prairie Grove's going to have to get off to a good start here in the second half. If P. Ridge comes out and hits 2 or 3 threes, this game gets up to 20. We got a few seniors that could be playing their last game.
Yeah, I'd agree. The adage I've always heard is it's getting late early. Tiger's going to have to come out firing on all cylinders for these final 16 minutes if they want to keep the season alive.
And I think the first four here in the third quarter are critical. And P. Ridge had possession arrow, so they get the ball first. So need a defensive stop and start scoring quickly. Here's Wheeler. He gets out to Whitmore. Inside to Cates, back out to Wheeler. Wheeler with a 3, no good. Good position that time by Jace Edwards, and here come the Tigers as Henderson will bring it down.
All right, that's interesting also for that first defensive possession. Staying in the 2-3 zone, we saw, in this first half that P. Ridge had no trouble at all shooting them out of it, but Tigers going to ride.
Henderson guarded by Whitmore.
Henderson trying to get that first field goal.
Nice pass. Henderson drives the lane, gives it up to Tate Benoit, and it's 26-14. That's a good start. They start with a defensive stop and then get a basket, and an easy basket at that.
Yeah, high percentage look for Tate. Like you mentioned, his final season as a Tiger, so he's trying to keep his career alive.
Cates working hard inside, and wow, good work inside that time by Brick Cates of the Blackhawks, back to a 14-point lead.
That was a hustle play if you ever do see one. That time from Cates. Ended up on the hardwood, got the basket to go, and no whistle.
Henderson, he gets that was a 2-pointer. But Wheeler gets the rebound. Here comes Whitmore. Tigers are down. Oh, there's a 3-pointer. Wheeler, no good. And good hustle that time by Turner. And Kidd was looking for a trailer right there, and nobody came.
Yeah, same kid. Was looking for anybody. Somebody help me, please. But nobody ever came to the rescue for Kidd.
Inside is Edmonston. He goes up strong. Couldn't get it to fall. There's Henderson. And I think they're going to get Cates or Whitmore 1 for the foul. Wait, no. Let's see. They said had to be 5. It looked like he had a 4 up.
Yeah, it looks like they put 5 with his first foul on the scoreboard.
But there's not a 5 on. Oh, yeah, it was. Is that who they put at 5?
Yeah, they put on
but
Cates.
I thought he held up a 4, but I was like, there's no 4 on the floor, so must have had a 5 up. 5:44 to go here in the third. Prairie Grove was down by 14.5. They're down. They've traded baskets, so they're down 14 now. It's been a little bit more of a cohesive start to this half. You got to stop on the defensive end. The basket you gave up from Cates was just an absolute tough shot to make. It was good defense from the Tigers. And on Friday, Cates had a similar shot like that in the quarter. So, you're going to continue to play that tight defense on the end. That's a good adjustment out of the halftime break, and just got to start knocking shots down on the offensive end. Tigers have possession. Gets the ball into Cole Edmonston. And Cole drives. They're going to have a foul on Wheeler. So P. Ridge has picked up 2 quick fouls, 28-14. Nobody on either team in any real foul trouble.
Yeah, both teams played a fairly clean first half.
Henderson for 3. No good. Rebound goes into the hands of Wheeler.
Yeah, it was a must need on that end of the floor to get a basket.
Got to get this thing down to single digits here. I said the first 4 minutes were critical. We're about a 3.5 in, and the score is still down by 14. Wheeler We almost got the steal. And this time we do get it.
And
so good. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and that's the beauty of the 2-3 zone there. When you have that cut to the basket, trying to cut it against the grain, there are two bodies basically right there to step in, take that pass away, and get that turnover.
Henderson gives it to Tate. Here comes Edwards. We're down to 8 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes Jace. Jace drives. No good. He's going to get a charge.
That was a late decision by the officials. They called the whistle. They just weren't quite sure on what they wanted it to be.
Well, he got it, and Coach Ed wasn't happy with it at all.
Again, Coach Ed holding court. Want to get his point across.
And he's going to the other ref saying, that's your call. You got to pay it. You need to override that. That's what Coach Ed's trying to tell him.
Yeah, it's never good when the coach has to help the officials.
Wheeler going to try to drive baseline, and Prairie Grove's doing a nice job with the defense. Guys got to get something going offensively. Henderson, no good. Rebound goes to Anderson. Here's Whitmore quickly down the floor. And Prairie Grove, they've gotten a lot. They just got to score. We've had the defensive stops, just haven't been able to get baskets on the other end. And there's Tate Benoit. No good. Again, just unable to do it. We're 4 minutes in. And the score is still a 14-point deficit. And we've had 4 opportunities here. Steve, if we could have scored these 4 times that we went down after we stopped them defensively, we'd be down, down 6 points.
Yeah, it's just you have to execute on both ends of the floor. The defense, the 2-3 defense this second half is providing fits for P. Ridge, but you just have to score. And it's been really the entire story tonight. Got to find somebody who can score besides Cole Edmondson, because Cole has half of the points for the team at the moment.
Yeah, he's got it. And here's the thing. He got 5 of those early.
Yeah.
You got Tate Benoit, he's got 4. Henderson's got no
3 at the
field
line.
goals.
Yeah, 3 at the line.
No field goals tonight. And Edmondson with 7.
That's it. That's your 14. I think, that's what I'm sure they're going over in the huddle right now for Prairie Grove is we have to find somebody who can get us a basket.
And I think Coach Lloyd probably pulled those guys aside. He's saying, quit forcing that pass underneath. He's like, don't do it. We've intercepted like 3 in a row down there.
Yeah, I heard at Texas A&M, their coach, they call, trying to get a turkey like in bowling. You get 3 straight strikes, get 3 straight defensive stops. And, the Tigers, for lack of a better word, been able to get the turkey on this end, just haven't been able to get the result on the scoreboard.
Whitmore with the ball. He's driving. He stopped. They're going to call him for a travel. So another defensive stop. So Prairie Grove has had the opportunity. Steven just cannot score.
At this point, it's a must-have on this end of the floor. You cannot have another scoreless possession or you just start running out of time.
And you can't force it. You need a good look at the basket here. Henderson kicks it out. Edwards. Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Cole Edmonston. Somebody's got to get a shot off here. Kidd on the floor. Well, we got rescued right there. I don't know if Kidd realized that there was only 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, and that time, another kind of sloppy possession for Prairie Grove. Not, knowing where you are within the scope of the game. You don't have all day like you used to.
Henderson with the ball, guarded by Whitmore. And again, I think Henderson may have forced that one a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. That I think that's maybe just a bit of frustration coming in for the junior. It's been going on approaching 3 quarters where he's yet to score from the field. That's unbelievably uncharacteristic of Eric Henderson this season. And I would imagine it's just a little bit of frustration.
What's interesting is that Bledsoe's not been on the floor much here in the third quarter. Nice job and a one. Wow. That's Whitmore's first basket. He's going to get a chance for the old-fashioned three. He was fouled by Cole Edmonston, I believe.
Yeah, that's Cole's second.
Cole's second. Here comes Austin Henry into the game. He's going to come in for Henderson.
I would say that was definitely a foul. Sometimes you're questionable on that. Whitmore got thumped on the head on the way up on the shot. So, yeah, it's a well-earned trip to the free throw line.
I was hoping that thing it was dangling there on the rim. I was hoping it'd fall out, but he knocks it down, and now for the chance for the three, he's got it. So Whitmore knocks down. That's the first free throw of the night for P. Ridge, and they got a 17-point lead. Tigers got to close third quarter strong.
Yeah, Tigers looking for any kind of answer. Jace Edwards, he's shown at times this season he can put some points up on the board for the Tigers. He's yet to score. Henry yet to score as well.
Edmonston had a nice look at the three, unable to drop it. Here comes Cates down the floor. They got down the floor quick that time. And there's three-pointer on the way. Got it. That's Luke Baker, and Luke Baker makes it a 20-point lead. So the Tigers have lost 6 points here in this quarter after really playing great defensively for about 6 minutes.
They just don't have anything to show for it. Is the unfortunate thing. You can play the great defense in the world, but if you can't score,
I think they scored 2 points this half and make that 4. Cole Edmonston now, he leads the Prairie Grove scorers with 9. 18-point lead for the Blackhawks with 1:15 to go in the third. Three-pointer from Thurman, short. Rebound's going to go into the hands of Anderson. And another three-pointer on the way, no good, into the hands of Henry. So Luke Baker made a shot, got kind of shot happy with a couple there, unable to drop them.
He's trying to force something.
Nice, I got to tell you, that's going to be a tied up and Prairie Grove would get it, but that was nice defense that time by Whitmore.
Yeah, no, I'd agree.
And hustle,
Jace was not expecting that at all. He was looking to distribute. Whitmore stuck a paw in and forces the alternating possession.
Absher comes in for Edmonston, and we see Turner and Bledsoe coming in for P. Ridge. Whitmore and Anderson are going to take a break for the Blackhawks. 18-point lead. Prairie Grove needs a basket here before the end of the half or quarter.
Yeah, at the moment, the only scorer on the floor is Tate Benoit. Everybody else has got zeros on the scoreboard.
Down to 3 seconds. Edwards gets it off, no good, and he didn't hit the rim, so that's a shot clock violation. So the shot clock will be off.
Yeah, they're going to talk about it. I was going to say, it definitely didn't hit the rim.
It didn't hit the rim. I don't know what the discussion was about. It was obvious. I guess they were double checking, but it was obvious it didn't hit the rim.
Yeah, all I got was the bottom of the backboard, if anything, and that does not reset the shot clock.
So the shot clock is off now, so P. Ridge will probably take a final shot, up by 18 as we approach 20 seconds to go in the third. So we lost 4 points, maybe more, depending on what happens here in the last 15 seconds.
And that's the crazy thing is you get 4 or 5 stops in a row on this end, get one here.
And a chance. Too early. Oh! Henry may have launched that a little too early, but that's okay. All right, that's going to do it. 3 quarters are in the books, and it's Prairie Grove trailing the Blackhawks 34-16. Back for the fourth quarter after this.
Auto and Farm Supply is an independently owned and operated CarQuest Auto Parts store, a family-owned mom-and-pop business that's been servicing this community since 1983. They can source auto parts from CarQuest and Advanced Auto Warehouses, receiving shipments 5 nights a week. For all your auto parts needs, or if you just want to come down and drink some coffee with the old guys, come see Larry and Karen and the dog Rosie at 119 East Buchanan Street, historic downtown Prairie Grove.
Okay, we're back for the fourth quarter. And Stephen, we said that the first 4 minutes of the fourth quarter or third quarter were going to be critical, and we actually did okay. We just did not score. And at the end of that 4-minute mark, we were still down 14. In the next 4 minutes, really we played good defense until the last 2 minutes of the first or the third quarter. And those last 2 minutes, they just stretched the lead out.
Yeah, no, the defense stepped up. It's been the entire story tonight. This is, I'm not 100% sure because, we don't have these sort of records in front of us, but this has to be close to the lowest amount of points scored for Prairie Grove going into the fourth quarter this season. It's just been nothing of any variety for the offense for the Tigers. So we'll see, what Prairie Grove can do for these final 8 minutes.
And let's see, P. Ridge, man.
Shot clock didn't start, I don't think.
Well, P. Ridge gets the ball again to start the quarter. They're up by 18. Prairie Grove's if they're going to make a run, they're going to have to do it quick.
Yeah, going to have to score in a hurry. And, we've seen Eric Henderson be able to get hot.
Here comes Kidd, gives it up to Edwards, and blocked by Turner. So good defense that time by Josh Turner of the Blackhawks.
Yeah, it just seems like anytime the Tigers have an opportunity, a sliver, a toe in the doorway, it's just slammed shut by P. Ridge.
And need to get it in. Wow, that's just a bad pass on the way in. Here comes Turner, kicks it out. Baker, boy, got him up in the air. Baker shot, no good. Rebound to Turner. Ball's knocked away into Kate's hand. Kate's up, no good. Rebound, Tate Benoit.
And that time, that was really good positioning from the Blackhawks. Had 3 guys down into the basket. Lucky for Prairie Grove not to get anything there.
That's now 4 fouls on P. Ridge. It's going to be on the floor, so Prairie Grove will take possession under their basket. 7:18 to go in the game. P. Ridge 34, Prairie Grove 16.
Yeah, and the way things stand, it would be for the season as well.
I'd really like to see us make a little bit of a run to get this into at least competitive. Edmonston shot, no good. Rebound goes in the hands of Bledsoe. We haven't heard from him much since first quarter. Wheeler lays it up and in. Back to 20-point lead. Coach Ed's going to take the timeout. Let's take it with them this time. Tigers are down by 20. Back after this.
My name's Jackson, and my family owns Faithful Auto in Farmington, and we love Jesus. Being upfront and honest are part of our core values. You can come see us for your complete auto care. We offer computer diagnostics, brake work, air conditioning service and repair, front end and oil changes. By the way, our computer system uploads your maintenance records to Carfax, so you can take super good care of your car. Have you been in a fender bender? Let us do your collision repair. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, so call for an appointment. We're proud to support the Prairie Grove Tigers. Go Tigers!
All right, we're back, and here's the thing. The way Prairie Grove's played defensively tonight, not horrible. I mean, you're holding them, you're at 36 points. That's a doable, but we're not scoring. And for Henderson to have not a field goal. I mean, we're 26 minutes into this thing, and he's got 3 points from the free throw line. And I'm not blaming him or anything. I'm saying that they've done a good job on him.
Yeah, it's just been one of those nights to forget for Prairie Grove, but, not out of it, of course. Still 6 minutes and 25 seconds left, so anything can happen in that amount of time, but definitely a tall mountain to climb.
Somebody's got to bring the ball in.
That was nearly, what you don't want is a delay of game at this point, just to compound and make things worse.
Yeah, Whitmore has done a good job on Henderson. Henderson's going to get that basket this time. There he goes. Henderson at the 6:16 mark of the fourth quarter gets his first field goal. He's got 5 in the game. 36-18. Wheeler Gets it to Turner, goes baseline. Kate, stolen by Edwards. Going to be a jump ball, and Prairie Grove's going to get it. Wait, they're going to call foul. They're going to foul on Cates.
All right. I was going to say, it's like that Cy I thought might have been they were going to get PG with the foul, but we'll take that.
All right. If you're going to do it, now's time.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to have any kind of chance, which it's a snowball's chance right now.
But it's still a chance.
There's a chance from Henderson, no good. He gets the ball back. He's going to take another three this time. He's off. Kid gets him another rebound. He got back-to-back rebounds. He's going to find somebody else this time. He's going to drive. No good. Rebound to Cates. There was 3 chances for Prairie Grove, unable to convert. Cates drives up and in. Coach Lloyd's going to take a timeout with 5:29. Let's do it with them. Tigers trail by 20. Okay, we're back. 5:29 to go in the game. Prairie Grove trailing by 20. Winner of this game has the opportunity to play Huntsville tomorrow at 8:30.
And also, of course, winner of this game punches their ticket automatically to next week to Morrilton.
Yeah, to Morrilton. They'll go to regional. And unless Prairie Grove gets something going really, really quickly, it won't be the Tigers.
Well, the officials talking something over.
Coach Ed, I think Coach Ed wants to end the season with a T.
He got his wish, I think.
Did he get a technical?
Yeah.
Oh, he did get a technical.
It was a good technical, maybe.
Yep. He's still doing it. That was Bledsoe, who was hot from three-point to start off. And he misses 2 free throws. Bledsoe missed both technicals. And they already had possession because they took the timeout. So no harm, no foul.
Man, Coach Ed knows what he's doing.
And now Coach Ed's going to take a timeout. And he may be trying to get another one.
He's going to let it all hang out. And now he's done with the one official. Now he's going to work on.
He's hit all 3 of them.
Yeah.
They all 3 got it.
Needless to say, I don't think they'll be on the Christmas card list this year.
I don't think so. And I think for Coach Ed, there's a little bit of frustration. It's been a few years since we've gone to regional. And I want to say it was 18, 19. One of those 2 years. So it's been.
Since the pandemic.
Yeah. We haven't gone to the regional since the pandemic for sure. And so there's a little bit of frustration. We would like to get there.
Well, and I think this, something we talked about briefly in the girls' game, but, there is, as I'm a big silver linings guy, there is a silver lining or like a light at the end of the tunnel potentially if, this game, if the result does hold, is the boys won the junior high tournament this year in Huntsville.
Yeah, there's a walk there on Bledsoe. Yeah, Prairie Grove, stepped away. There's a good crop of kids coming up. And while they'll all be sophomores next year, after that, oh, man, McKay's trying to point out they're running the clock.
Yeah, I've said to Ayers Human a couple of times, that one's kind of unacceptable.
He's going to get another one on the floor. So Henderson's driven a couple times hoping to get that and one or get something for the line, but they're going to call it on the floor.
Well, and I was thinking about this with the clock run, and I think, this is probably, evens itself out at some point. I think Prairie Grove at one point this season, off the top of my head, had a possession where the clock didn't run at all. So, I guess it evens itself out in the grand scheme of things.
And, man, Edmonston's doing everything he can, fighting underneath, and we lose the ball out as Edwards tipped it out. 4:38 to go in the game. Here comes Absher. He's going to come in for Cole.
And Alex hasn't had a big role in tonight's game. Normally, these last couple weeks of the season, he's kind of been that seventh guy off the bench for Prairie Grove.
Yeah, and I think here in a minute, I think Coach Ed's going to start getting some seniors. He recognizes he's down 20 and approaching just 4 minutes left, and it's becoming more and more impossible. There's Whitmore for three, got it.
When it rains, it pours.
Whitmore now stretches it to 23-point lead, and I think Coach Ed, he's going to get the seniors in, and I'm glad to see that. He's got Henry, he's got Weil, and he's got Corbin Boland. And that's one thing I've always loved about the Prairie Grove coaches. And I've seen some coaches, and one for Kid, I've seen some coaches not do that. Mm-hmm. If you know it's your last game, and you know you're not going to win. Prairie Grove, 4 minutes left, they're down 21. He knows it's time to throw the white towel. And he's going to let his seniors play. They're not – look, Evan Wiles never going to play in a basketball game again. Corbin Boland's not. Kid's not. Henry's probably not, and neither is Tate Benoit. Let them enjoy this last 4 minutes of playing and all the practice and everything they've done for years. Let them do it, and there's Corbin Boland getting a rebound.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. These kids have been a part of this program for 4 years, even probably more than that, going back to working with this coaching staff in the middle school ranks, learning the plays, showing up to practice, putting in the blood, sweat, and tears. Is it the result you wanted in the end? No, not necessarily, but you at least get to go out with your moment in the sun.
I love it. He's got all five of the seniors on the team on the floor right now. Corbin Boland, he kicks it out. The Weil, there's Henry. He got a long three. Bottom. Hey, there's a way to do it, Austin. Get you one. Austin Henry gets him a three. That's his first points of the game.
I was just going to say what a season Henry has had, way, way back, what feels like forever ago in November. Had the game tire at the buzzer against West Fork.
Oh, yeah, wasn't that beautiful?
That was just icing on the cake on that night. Obviously, it's meant a lot to this program as his career has gone along.
It's going to be a foul, and Cates is going to go line. I think they'll call it on Kid. I'm really glad. I love seeing this. Kid's had a good season. I mean, he's one of these guys who gets a lot of loose balls. These rebounds that kind of go over place. He kind of comes up with them. He plays a lot bigger than he is.
Certainly, he's definitely the glue guy of that starting five. He is the hustle guy. Him and Tate Benoit. I've talked about Tate. My nickname for him is the Ninja. As he just kind of is a silent worker, gets all the things you don't necessarily see in the stat sheet, the heart plays, and Sam Kidd is just as much that as Tate is for Prairie Grove.
Well, and as you talk about this, Evan, he's been with the program and he's stuck with it. Sometimes when a guy doesn't get a lot of playing time, they just go, okay, I'm going to quit. He didn't do that. He stayed with the program. He's out there tonight on his final game, and he gets a basket. Yes! Now that's what it's about right there, Stephen. That's what it's about.
That's something, 10, 20 years from now, he can tell his kids or his grandkids, talk about his playing days at Prairie Grove.
You know what? My last night we got beat bad, but you know what? I got a basket, and that's great to see him get a basket here. And it was kind of a nice shot there too.
Bank was open late in Berryville.
And so there's a walk there, and so I'm happy for him. We're talking about these seniors, and you were talking about Tate Benoit. That kid, what I've loved and watching him play for Prairie Grove for the past 3 years, for me, is he hustles. He's all over the place. He knows his role, and he does a great job. And there's been times he's had to be a scorer, and when he's done it, he stepped up. He stepped up.
He certainly has, and we can't obviously leave out the man with the ball now. One of the captains of this team, came into the season late because he was a football player, had to, meet the minimum practices and everything like that. But, Boland, Corbin has been a leader for this team, a leader for the football team, and it's going to be a sad day when Corbin Boland walks across that stage, just the impact he's left.
And he is. He's a great leader. He was a great leader on the football team, all-state center, and he's just a great player. a great person. And he's been a leader. Even though he's not on the floor all the time, he's a leader on this basketball team. The kids watch him, and they watch, his example. And I believe, what the conversation I had with him, he's going to be playing soccer and maybe a goalie, if I remember what he told me correctly. And I'll tell you what, that's a lot of arm span. That's a lot to get by as a goalie.
Yeah, that's I don't know if there's many goalies built like him at the at the 4A, 5A level in Arkansas. But, yeah, he's going to definitely be an opposing force.
I was hoping Henry would get him another basket. We're down to $1.50.
But I want to say one more thing about Corbin. Last Friday night at senior night, I was getting ready. It was before you got to the gym. I was setting up. Corbin Boland's grandma came over and gave me a big old hug and thanked us for broadcasting all of her grandson's games and being able to, bring her and her family and the memories.
Stephen, that's what I love about this, is that when I hear the grandmas and the grandpas, the aunts and the uncles that aren't in state, and we provide this for them, there's no cost, and, for our sponsors, that help us keep this going, and for the school, the administration. That's what makes this so fun. And here's Henry for three. Bottom! There you go, Austin. And they've closed the lead to 14. So I'm glad we got that. And then, and Corbin, talking at Corbin, also on senior night, he's up there singing in the choir, the national anthem. So, what a great group. Those seniors, Sam Kidd, Tapin Hoyt, Austin Henry, Evan Weil, Corbin Boland, thank you guys for what you've done for Prairie Grove basketball. We wish you well in your other pursuits. And Austin's playing his heart out down the stretch, lays it up and in. He's got 8. He may end up being the leading scorer for Prairie Grove tonight. And, the other thing about this season for the boys come to an end. And we'll be broadcasting for the girls tomorrow and next week. So we know we've got that much left. Well, that's going to do it. The final score, Prairie Grove comes back strong in that last bit with those seniors. The final score, Pea Ridge 42, Prairie Grove 30. And for the Tigers, the season comes to an end. Well, it's late here in Berryville. We thank our seniors. We've talked about them for the last 2 minutes of the game. Again, thank you to Sam Kidd, Tate Benoit, Evan Weil, Austin Henry, Corbin Boland. Congratulations to you guys as you finish your careers here at Prairie Grove. And we look forward to next year. For Southern Sports Network and Stephen Blackiston, I'm Lynn Gregson. Have a great night and go Tigers!